Hello and welcome to the Puntersshow. There it is. Quick intro here, boys, because then I don't have to
looking good, Dal, I must say.
We got our studio 2 because of the rain coming. Mark, what's the story about all that?
It's on the way out, but I mean we've had some good falls, particularly along the coast.
Have we started?
Yeah, we've done.
Oh, sorry, guys. Hi, Dal. Hi, Mark. Yeah. Sorry, no, son. You do this, mate.
So we do part 3 first. The weather.
Yeah.
They had an
it's probably
inch quarter yesterday,
yeah,
or last night at Rose Hill. I'm speaking of, and maybe a little bit more today. Probably not at Rose Hill. Finally getting into a fine sort of late Tuesday, Wednesday.
But what it's probably doing is looking ahead to a fortnight, it's putting a good base of rain in to get a depth of rain at Randwick, so it'll rain all week next week, and Randwick will be borderline called off again.
Well, they've only got to block a drain, haven't they?
Yeah. It's just
so
Newcastle, Wednesday, Glenn, do you want to tell people about that?
No.
you got there?
Yeah,
you were set up?
I set up and they pulled them off.
Yeah.
It was a struggle driving up there and driving back.
And you went on your own?
That's an extreme cock-up, isn't it?
It's a massive cock-up. Getting a bit embarrassing with the country rental racing. Pretty close to turning it up myself. Just absolutely really drawing a line.
Well, when you drive for 4 hours and do how many, 6 hours work on a meeting?
Can I give you an example?
You can.
Do you want a good example?
Love a good example, Glenn.
And I won't embellish.
Yes.
So, wiring yesterday. The previous wiring we had I told you about the music bloke just riding the reading, just singing 20 minutes of race. And there's no one there, and every participant's mental. So yesterday I'm there, come off a bad day Saturday, so I'm riding quite poorly, and I'm at my machine, I'm just trying to focus in. All of a sudden I see these 6 green people walk past. Young, 3 boys, 3 girls. Attractive girls, tab workers.
Did they ask you to go on there?
No, they asked me a question, so no tab love, no tab. And there's like, no Jehovah's Witnesses, no witnesses love, no tab, no. They were walking around with an iPad.
Did somebody say Jehovah?
Saying, listen, if you answer some questions, you might win a betting voucher with the tab. So people stopped. But it was all about, and the people, everyone won, they got a $5 voucher. But they had to answer like 3 questions out of 10 and get them right. And they were all horse racing questions. And the questions were like this. Name the horse, if the weather is below 0, it's sub... Yeah, I'm telling you, right there next to me all day asking people questions. Who won last year's Melbourne Cup? And then people don't know, and they go, what was the last winner? These are the questions I was listening to all day. JB Cummings train. It starts with V, and people go, voyeuristic? Oh no, viewed. Pretty close. Just missed out. All right, another question. It was like a walking tab Sale of the Century show. And then the fella came up to the show. I said, listen, between you and me, I've got a question for you. Ask them if Kingston Town is a horse or a city. And she said, I know that it's a city in Jamaica. Tell us. It wasn't funny.
It was a provincial championship day yesterday. Was there essence of barbecue there, Glenn?
No, they brushed essence of barbecue.
So you didn't even get an essence?
No, there was pork rolls for $12. But whoever in the tab sent those people there to work yesterday to ask those brain dead questions about horse racing to win a $5 voucher and then get their email address.
Yeah, it's...
Fuck you. Fuck you so hard. How dare you treat Australians like the dumb pieces of shit that we all are? You got no idea.
Fuck you hard. How dare you treat Australians the dumb pieces of shit that we are?
I'm trying to conduct business. And Jay, look, what about this question? Name, what's JB Cummings? What does the JB stand for? And the bloke goes, James Bart Cummings. They go, think about it a bit more because you're very close. And I'm just standing there and I'm going, fuck you, that was going to kill myself right now. They go, Bart. And then the girl goes, all of me. And he goes, James James Ollie Cummings. Oh, you're pretty close, but you're wrong. It's James Bartholomew Cummings. Oh, damn it, got that one wrong. I put up with that for fucking 4 hours. No, everywhere, right in the betting wing, asking people questions. Now, fuck you, Ted.
Right, so that sounds like a pleasant provincial experience.
Well, I'm nearly brushed. I'm making a decision this
But those people would have been around at other meetings, like on the
Glenn's brushing.
Fuck you, Dallas.
on the back lawn
Fuck you very
on the
much.
back lawn at Randwick, and just you haven't had to encounter the.
I haven't encountered it before.
But, I've seen them around with their iPads and
Yeah,
keyboards
and they do that.
The dumbing down of Australia is just beyond. Well, every person at a university looks like they come from overseas. That's not racist, is it, Al?
Well, you're begging him. You gotta go everyone here. So
No,
yeah.
everyone, but
Yeah.
you've seen them. You've
Yeah.
seen the unis.
Yes.
Yeah. Well done, Australia.
So fuck you, Australia too.
Yeah, but it's in multinational corporation interests to like homogenise the whole joint. Like just
But how dumb have we become as like, what's wrong with it? We're gonna be, like, what is wrong with us? Like, we're gonna walk around in hard hats soon and like foam so we don't.
Walking helmets. You've
You've already got fucking one, Dallas.
walking helmets. I reckon it's the next play.
And then talking about the tab, I noticed it was there on the email, just quickly. Craig Nugent. You're a nice man. He's a very nice man. I quite like Craig.
Yeah.
I play golf with him.
He rode Tarzino very well.
Darren Flindell. 300 metres past the post said what a wonderful ride that was by Craig Nugent. So they must have had dinner or lunch during the week. Flindell, you might have had a life of Craig or something. And next thing you got him on his mind, Craig Nugent rode Tarzino.
Yeah.
Craig
well,
Nugent.
the amazing thing is Steve Crawley. Who's Steve Crawley?
Steve Crawley's been
Sports journalist, isn't he?
Oh well, Steve Crawley was one of the he was one of the main racing riders for the Telegraph for a while, I think. And then
so straight after the no, I know.
And he's been a producer at Channel 9 for a while too, I think.
Anyway, so straight after the last, he tweets, "Great calling today, Hong Kong Darren, like superb." And then I listened to the replays and I'm going, did we watch the same meeting, or did we listen to the same meeting?
Oh, because it's just all, it's a bit, you know what it's like at the end of the world. It's just like, you don't want to bag him, Dallas. It's like you're getting a bit unhappy.
Oh mate, look, I'm sorry. I think the Craig Nugent thing was right, but the River Wild thing isn't right in the last.
Yeah.
What did he say?
River Lad. He kept calling River Wild. He actually got to River Lad, turning for home, and then he switched back to River Wild.
Oh, because River Wild raced 3 races earlier.
Yeah, I mean, the Craig Nugent, that's just a slip. That's past the post. That's easy done. And I mean, we all do it.
People out there listening to it, trying not to kill themselves.
Yeah, I know. That's probably. I know exactly.
Right.
Yeah,
so we need to ramp up the suicide watch for those listening to the race calls.
I'm really bad.
You're thinking.
No, today, tomorrow, like it's not funny, Dal.
Oh, it could be.
Name of race caller. His first name's Ian. His second name is also
a first
name. Ian David. I'm just there going, someone fucking kill me.
Please.
So they got
anyway.
Craigie to call a phantom call. It sounded like a good idea. Was neat.
And I listened to it. It was absolutely fantastic.
Oh, it was good. It was a nice little catchy thing. Yeah,
it was really good. All those years I've just given it to Ian Craig. He did a great job.
Oh, Ian was a good, very, very good caller. And the excitement level and inflection and all that, he might have driven you mad.
Well, as it's turned out, he's a really good caller.
Yeah.
As it's turned out.
Yeah, I know, he always
I didn't think
was.
much chop.
No, I thought
now,
he had that inflection, be able to get bang, and you know, he had that. But the best is Mark Sheen, and I think is somebody's made the point.
So where is Mark at the moment?
I just out having a bet.
Asked out of his pants, trying to
probably being annoyed by the TAB people contemplating self-harm as well too, I'd say.
Right, okay.
That's the problem.
Flip a day.
All right, what do you say? Well, they put up the crowd 19,000, the same crowd as what it was last year or thereabouts. I don't know. Well, there's different areas or whatever, but in the stand that we're in, which is the main public grandstand, if there's 19,000 there, I'd be very surprised.
It was quite comfortable, wasn't it?
It was too comfortable for Slipper.
It was quite comfortable. Yeah, I thought it was a good size crowd. Like, it wasn't over the top.
Yeah.
But, you know,
but given though, like
racing as a spectator sport is on the decline.
We did have an amazing card. It didn't sort of like, didn't feel that great afterwards. But the card itself was awesome.
The car was
weather was great.
Weather was good. And
new facilities.
And then, of course, the most amazing offer, which I only first heard on the Footy Show, which I never watched the Footy Show, but I taped it because I wanted to watch Bo Ryan out of the races, because remember he had Bo the bookie up?
Yeah.
They didn't even have any of that footage on the show. Because whoever at Channel 9's going, oh no, Tab, don't show anyone being a bookie. That was all cut. Because I wanted to see what that was like. And watching the Footy Show, that was the first time I'd heard of that golden ticket, which was just unbelievable. Did you hear about the golden ticket?
The one where you
Not
just
really.
you buy a ticket and it gets you entry into
Five Saturdays in a row
Yeah.
for $30.
I really didn't hear it.
You never heard about it? I remember 3 years ago, I was on this show. I was on this show screaming about how do you charge people $50 to get in the golden slipper. Here it was, 2 days of the championships, 2 other meetings, and a slipper for $30. That was a sensational promotion. We never heard much about it.
I didn't. No, all I've heard is fucking horses. Provincial championships are championships. It's all you've heard. It's all I've.
Alright, but the golden ticket is an ATC innovation, right?
Must be.
So
they can't cut through the championships, Race News of Wales, Events News of Wales headlines.
Right.
Can't get through that.
No, it's just again, the two clubs, or the merging of the club is supposed to be not in conflict, but this is now in conflict. It seems like, if that's the case, what you're saying, it seems like there's conflict between the ATC and now Race New South Wales to get the message across and for noise. And there's too much noise from the championships and not enough for the ATC. Like, look, we do have rose-coloured glass. I suppose we do look back to the golden eras of when we grew up. In 2010, there was 30,000 people at the Golden Slipper. Now that's close enough to not. I know, and I'm listening to the radio on the way in, and Terry Kennedy and those blokes say, oh, it's hard to get people to Sydney. It's hard to get people to Sydney to go places in Sydney. But when 6 years ago there was 30,000, and now there's 19,000, which is a dubious
Drop the
figure.
ball.
Well, I think
because we had a meeting there and facilities at Rosehill.
Weather. Outstanding.
But it's not Slipper Day. That's Rosehill Guineas Day.
Yeah, it's right. Exactly. It's lost its context.
There's a 3-meeting build-up or 2 meetings into the Golden Slipper, which was like an apex day.
That's exactly right. And now not only is that day strange in the Golden Slipper, Glenn, when we go to the mounting yard, remember when we were going to the mounting yard and it was Golden Slipper and you were just really hyped about it? Now you just go there and it's just, it's the slipper, is it? Okay, great.
Or 40 minutes before this, like you remember there used to be an hour between, I hated it, but there was an hour, it was like a recognised Melbourne Cup of
They bring the jockeys out, they didn't bring the jockeys out this year, did they? Or, and so,
I don't think they did that.
Yeah, like, and
because they used to show their nicknames.
Yeah, that's right, Brenton the Gun Abdullah.
That was great.
Yeah. And
Huey Bowman.
Yeah, that's it.
James Macca McDonald.
Yeah, Brendan the Gun Abdullah. Which we give to him. And you'd normally get the footage in the stewards room with John Schreck saying anyone who knocks him over like Greg Hall did is going to get live. We've got firing squads lined up in the back. All that build up. Golden Slipper was just another race.
There it was, and won by an ant.
All right.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Peter, Paul and Mary, they are the preeminent force in Sydney racing. I mean, you've got the Waller.
They're the best trainers in Sydney.
But I mean,
there's two joints that can train 2-year-olds, Gay and Snowden. They get them right. Yeah. I think because they treat each horse on an individual basis. I've heard many trainers say, "Oh, I'm following what Gay did, or I'm following what this did." Well, Gay does it different every year and treats every horse individually, and I think Snowden's do the same thing.
When did Snowden start? Was it 2.5 years ago?
It
was 2 years ago, because that was when
it was Hawkesbury. It was about almost right on 2 years.
I was at Hawkesbury that day, and they trained about 3 runners, and I was at there, and Peter I don't even know. It's funny because I just don't know him at all. But they all tell me what a nice man he is, which he wants to ever be nice, but he seems nice. Anyway, he was behind me watching, and old mate won the last race at Hawkesbury, and women like obviously his wife or family might have been. And they enjoy at training that first winner. And go forward now, 24 months. 24 months is like that. It's just an incredible team.
Now, the interesting side, and I suppose Snowden took over from O'Shea. O'Shea took over from Snowden. O'Shea hasn't trained a slipper winner yet. Again, I know Telperion was unlucky, but their main horse, yes, there was problems in the lead-up, but has done nothing.
stern.
Yeah, it did
Well,
nothing.
they-
They could. I mean,
They do seem to get to that grand final day and collapse.
Well, look,
You said it,
no,
Mark said it a couple of years in a row.
oh,
And
They-
you too.
yeah. Well, remember last year you said what price was it when O'Shea
Yeah, I
had
remember it.
first, second, third, fourth, and
Yeah.
fifth in the betting, and we
Yeah,
said what
yeah.
price, and I said whatever you want.
What do you want? There it was.
Well,
Isn't another even
no,
billion
but
euro?
they found their right level yesterday. That's their level. Blue Colours won 3 or 4 races yesterday, didn't they?
Oh, wait,
They've won.
yeah, I was there. I don't remember much. I was still listening to some
Mesa?
extra questions. Mesa?
Yeah.
Panika, Eshiel. There you go, 3 winners at
Yeah,
one.
there you go.
There you go, but ridden. Yeah, but I was just listening to questions.
You know,
But
but I think also perhaps they are hamstrung, and maybe Snowden recognised this.
Who?
But all those Godolphin horses, they're all street prize and well, they exceed themselves.
Oh,
Whatever they are,
all-
like they're a particular band
Yeah.
of horses.
Yeah. Yeah, but then
Probably not a deep enough gene pool.
yeah.
And they're all,
Started you winning some of the sport, and I think O'Shea's had the benefit of having all the Snowden never got the overseas horses in. He didn't have overseas horses.
Still, like, on the flip side too, I was talking about the 2 years, how extravagant that is for Peter to have done so well. It's only been 2 years in the job for Rick. So, you know, if we're saying this in 2 more years or 3 years, I think that's fair.
Yeah, no,
I'm still getting out of the question. Name the 2 famous jockey son individuals, and they're the same as the captain who discovered Australia, and the bloke's Captain Columbus. Oh, fucking tell us, fucking
tap out.
tap out.
Tap out. And of course,
Fuck you, Ted.
and that adding it to John O'Shea probably kicking the cat a bit more was that the Batemans were always one of his big clients. That were his big dollar clients. And there they are.
There they are.
Couldn't be. Yeah. Anyway, SB in the lead up, Mark. $1.20 odd for the Ants
there it
Capitalists.
was. I tell you what, I broke a hell of a lot of rules not to tip Capitalist on Saturday. And
It did put him in the yard. I probably should have put him in numbers, but I was
Yeah, it was a
so
better horse in the yard.
I was so
Yeah.
hit fucked by the way. Look, just get back to Capitalist. Well, I said Gay's horse ran away from it, which it did, and we also up the inside that day. Honestly Prevails or whatever it's called. French film went flying past it. And there's Honestly Prevails tracking in to run a place. There's Capital. All I'm saying is that Randwick form is Randwick form, and when it goes somewhere else, it's hard to look back on the Randwick form and treat it as the right form. It's a bit the way I treat Hawkesbury form at the moment. It's hard to take it somewhere.
SB the dominant factor then, really, isn't it what you say?
that's right. Well, I know there's your little Oaks tip winning at Canberra at $8 or whatever on
Rainbow Park, $8. Didn't even know it was in.
It's 26 for the Oaks, but it's $8 at Canberra.
Remember
on a
I
Saturday.
told you it was a maiden? I was looking up for the 401 the tab and the dirty filthy tab.
Yeah.
Fuck you, tab. Paid up $26. Like, it's still be $26 if that's 3 wins in a row. And it's a 400 to 1 chance I'll pick Victor to win. What's his name again? Rainbow Park. Yeah. I
So
might get some questions from that. Name something in the sky and where you play football and it won the Oaks. Sky Green? Oh no, Rainbow Park. Oh fuck, damn.
what does SP stand for?
Sick pricks.
Okay, Stream Choice. You've had a lot of.
Don't tell us, we saw it in the parade ring. Mark, it's this high.
But you'd seen it before.
I know.
Shrunk.
Yeah, it's making the wash.
And
And then in the dry.
Maybe because that was when I saw it earlier.
Yeah, we saw it in
Little babies.
January.
And
Yeah.
now they're all pumped up and ready to win the slipper.
Yeah.
It's this high, this thick. And who's ever paid 10 or 20 million for it? Go on. It is an
Sorry,
Yes, it is. It's no good.
Henry Fieldwood.
Tom's Henry Field.
Yeah.
Newgate.
Newgate for 10 million or something. And then it's going to be times by 3 but won the slipper. And they only bought it controlling half share.
Yeah, yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
It's this big, it's looking for its mother.
Okay, and what about the horse that was truckload in the
Flying
last 5
arty.
minutes? Truckload.
Well, it was a nice style or two, right? You know.
Yeah.
It did zero. Like it's run third. But
Well,
he
we
didn't,
said
it's
it,
just like,
we've been saying for weeks, well, Sydney horses go to Melbourne with Raynham, and all of a sudden you want to back the Melbourne horses come to Sydney? It doesn't really make sense. I mean, I know Tarzino
But
won,
you know what happened there? The Melbourne horses had their grand final, and in grand finals,
Yeah.
2-year-olds run reasonable time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In grand finals.
In grand finals, it's about the
Everyone
only time.
goes, oh, these horses run good time, none of these other 2-year-olds have run good time, but none of the other 2-year-olds had their grand final yet.
No.
It's how easy is racing?
But and the thing is too that we really haven't had. We only had this would be probably one of the lowest ranking overall on data slippers for the last. It'd be in the bottom 2 for the last 10 years, wouldn't it?
Probably, like, Dickie produces his horse first up.
Well, let's talk about the great training performance that everybody else in the media want to talk about. What a fuck up that is to have a horse first up in the slipper, and it looked like it was first up, didn't it? It has been beaten 3/4 of a length. If you had have had a proper preparation, it fucking wins the slipper. It isn't a good training performance. It is a giant fuck up.
Yeah, we'll never know, but it's easy to present it that
By
way.
the same token, you'd be super pleased if you're the owners. The second's fantastic.
Oh, second's fantastic. Oh, yeah, great.
750,000.
Yeah, the first is 2 million, isn't it?
But I'm just saying, it's still pretty good.
I know it makes no difference to you because it's just going to be bet anyway. It's all of this is turnover.
Alright, okay,
1.25 means a bit of a difference.
So we've had the slipper. All the slipper means now is which of these horses turn up in the sires.
Well, I believe Capitalist isn't going to size. Did you know that?
No, well, imagine he's going.
Are they flying
never
Artie
be seen again.
sires?
No, 3-year-old. They're talking 3-year-old age.
Yeah, I know, but he's like it's all over the Capitalist, isn't it?
What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, he's done what he's done.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going to turn up as a 3-year-old, and what are you going to do with him?
Oh,
Well, he's a new go club. He's part of that. Aaron Ward, isn't it? They're all part of that, aren't they?
Anyway, he's
So
he's also going to be sniffing for Magic Millions because they've got a lot of money for 3-year-old races. There's $1 million 3-year-old race.
especially by Canberra. Why not?
You're supposed to-
They've put up Telepy on 40 to 60 favourite for size.
Well, I suppose it'll have J Mac.
Yeah, that's
I'll be looking for DF on the size.
Yeah.
It's the Wallerton race. What's it called?
I saw something like that, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, anyway. There it was.
Can anyone hear us with this rain?
I don't know.
There it is.
Somebody later on isn't happy with us. Alright, well, that's the slipper. Anything else to say? Yeah.
Well, look. The soft runs dominated in the slipper. I mean, I guess on a sort of a benign track, the 2-year-olds aren't going to cope with the 3 wide running by an idea.
No.
And Sweet Cherry, how the fuck does it lead the slipper like that?
It was almost winning the race at some stage down the straight, wasn't it? I'm looking around thinking, who the fuck is this
Is
thing?
it like a loping? Remember how a loping turned up on the ledge of the slipper field?
Glad we're not in the park.
So the part with the gone.
Yeah.
We're gone anyway.
Lovely, yeah, I'm sure everybody's enjoying it. Anyway, sorry. Can't really hop it too much. Winks if we can, but we're just doing this.
Well, we didn't rate anywhere near her best.
You said the worst you've seen her, and done it.
How's she so good?
Yes.
She's had no favours in 3 runs back. She drew the inside when the inside was no good first up. Then she had to come from off the pace and circle the field when it was the on paces solicit day at Randwick. And then here, she's been in a terrible position all the way round the race. All the way round. If Crest Statement was half a horse, he had that race in the bag.
Yeah.
And what's the story about the Doncaster? It's just a lot. I know a lot of people have probably taken all ups. I heard one bloke on the road down this morning.
How's it going to go to the Doncaster?
Well, it's at the
$2
moment.
million race. It's a week before a $4 million race.
Yeah.
The $4 million race is got by the complete balls.
Yeah.
It's the $4 million race is 3 weeks away. The Doncaster's 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
So what do you do? Put in the Doncaster and then back her up. So you might get smashed up in the Doncaster, which can happen.
Yeah, Doncaster's can be really.
Whereas the other one's a chippy joggy, everyone looks at it, wings pops out and goes,
Well, what's the
$2.5 million prize money.
what's
Like it's just a
Sorry.
no-brainer.
Yeah, so he's not going to run the Doncaster.
They're saying
he's saying
more
Doncaster.
Doncaster than the other one.
She's now $2.30 favourite and hard in the race.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
And next
Wando
one's-
ran in a Doncaster, That was the last thing
I'm not saying you can't win the Doncaster.
No,
I'm just saying
but
that
it seems
there's
weird.
a chance it could
Well,
be
I mean-
smashed up. And a week later is a $4 million race, courtesy of Mr. Massara and
Yeah, I know.
his
The horse,
Horsey.
it's the horse's
This is
target.
we know it gets 2,000 metres. It did win a Cox Plate by 89 lengths. And at the time I thought it was a one go. It turns out I was wrong.
Well, who's she going to be? Who is the Queen Elizabeth? Well,
Libran?
Libran,
No,
maybe.
I'm just saying. The United States.
United. No, he's apparently. Well,
Going to the Sydney Cup.
no, he apparently straight up the paddock.
Oh, he's got the light preparation off the...
Light preparation off he
course,
goes.
Melbourne Cup.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay.
Lloyd, you got to remember, Lloyd cares about one thing.
Who's the $4 million race?
Yes.
So how's she running in a
And
Doncaster?
Doncaster, and they care about handicaps and all that. Well, it seems strange.
Oh, Volkswagen and Barrel will be in Queen.
Oh,
Mongolian
God bless
Khan.
Mongolian Khan.
Oh, mate.
It's a done deal.
Libran.
Beyond thankful.
Mongolian Khan's had an interesting preparation.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Criterion can't pick his feet up at the moment, but it's I
Well,
suppose, it was 1,300 to 2,000, so I suppose it's a chance.
It's in the race.
It's in the race, there it is.
The Melbourne Cup runner-up 4 times Rose in the race. Oh, the one that's dead. That one. It's making a comeback. Oh, why not? What was its name?
Red Canoe.
Red Canoe. It's in the race. Be ridden by Ronnie Duffy. Doing a good job. Ladies and gentlemen, this is slight change to weights. Mr. R. Duffy. It's now 38 kilos overweight. Thank you very much.
38? What? He had the car crash on the way in. Ooh. Alright, so there's Winks. Tarzino.
Well, he can run. Why can't he run in the $4 million race?
Bad if it doesn't.
Apparently it is. No, it's running in the Derby.
Well,
Is the Derby the same day?
no, Derby Doncaster Day.
Derby Doncaster.
It's like,
Can I just say...
before that, can I just say,
Tarzino.
if we've got no idea when races are on, what hope have we got? I mean,
Rainbow Park?
because Glenn's got to know whether he wears that Adidas top or the blue one on Derby Day. That's the Derby Day outfit.
Yeah, but Derby Day is in 2 weeks. 2 Saturdays time.
Yeah. First day of the top end of tournament.
Yeah,
Did you know it's a 2-day tournament?
it's a 2-day tournament. Championships tournament.
Yeah. How exciting.
Right, so so basically what Sydney offered up against Tarzino on Saturday was Montaigne, like still in his first preparation.
He's lit just fuck off.
And Le Romain, I don't know much about the Stallion Hard's fun, but I do know that shitty Minyard that he's out of, like one of those Snowden homebreds, might have won a 1,200 metre maiden at Gosford or something. So there's Le Romain. I'm sure Chris wasn't planning on the Rosa Guineas, but it's like, oh, I won the Randwick Guineas, I better run the Rosa Guineas.
Yeah.
It had no hope.
I agree with that.
So Tarzino's just sat there and gone, have I got any opposition here?
Yeah, and carried 92 kilos. Craig Nugent rode it. Did a good job. All the way down the straight.
I think his opposition, in my opinion, was Vanbrugh, but Vanbrugh was back 3 wide and went enormous.
Yeah, he went well, but he wasn't ready.
He's still not ready. Yeah, he's getting better though.
Yeah.
It was a nice run.
So is there a smoking in the $4 million race? There's not. Winks is $1.50, $1.40.
See that one?
No, God no. Unless we miss something.
It was great to see a race on Saturday where there's Winks, straight up even money.
Yeah.
10-9.
Yeah.
2.15. The bookie's reaching.
2.15.
Yeah.
It was like, it was great.
Yeah.
That to me encapsulates great racing.
Yes.
When your modern day Black Caviar is in a race
And you can get on if you want it.
and you can get on.
Like I played cards last night. Every bloke card said the same thing. How was Winks $1.90 on the tote? How was it $1.90? And you
You could have got 2.15.
well, I understand. Yes. But the more you know about racing, the less you are.
Horry went 5 to 4 Winks, 5 to 2 Press Statement, 5 to 1 Tony Lewis. I can understand that market.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't my market,
I can understand.
but it's an understandable market,
It's
which is
but-
why Winks was even. Oh, better.
Yeah.
That was
It's like, and there were a lot of people wanted to back Press State, and there were a lot of people wanted to back Tony Lewis.
yeah. And Tony Lewis has obviously hurt himself or something. This is just not
You couldn't lead on Saturday.
Yeah.
It was just not a doer,
Yeah.
not a goer. Like Vergara with J Mac has led all the way in the first, and thereafter the leaders they were just there to lead the race so that something else could sort of, stalk it. It was a stalker's day, but not a sort of a running line 3 wide stalker's day. It was sort of a
Yeah.
it was a soft run stalker's day.
Mark, the Galaxy, you mentioned that it is just a messy race now with the lead up. Is the 1,000 metres challenge stakes into it, bit of Melbourne form coming into
So the
it.
Oakley Plate, which is there's always half the field unlucky.
Yeah, that's right. That's a messy race as it is. And then it used to be at Randwick and now it's at Rose Hill, which is 1,100 metre start at Rose Hill's a tricky start because you just go straight into that turning bend. It's probably destined to be a messy race, and the second or third emergency, whatever she was, she wins the race. That's sort of
From barrier 1,
that's messy. It's
you know,
just
barrier 1 at 1,100 metres at Rose Hill, not rail 6 metres. I
the
can't
field,
get my head
of
around that.
27.
But the formation, the way they fell into formation in that race, was I've never seen anything like it. Like groups of 2 all the way back, which means that English, who's going to go back to last, is 20 lengths away.
Had none. In that spot.
Yeah, had none.
And it was a massive run.
Yeah.
There it is. Racing, it's a beauty. I can't wait.
Alright.
And
Anything else to say?
for Joe Pride at the moment, who seems
Joe Pride just
like he's
just
Terra Vista, like
Terra
you
Vista.
know, Gord said to me quite rightly, Terra Vista's better than that. He's not with us.
There's another one. Ball of Muscle's not really this.
Well, Ball of Muscle is not actually like Ball of Muscle's
No.
a cheat.
Yeah.
Ball of Muscle is one of those horses that got away with a few races on sympathetic tracks. He's not actually. He's definitely only tier 2.
Okay.
Well,
He's
T2's
not-
been
What's the other
good,
one
so-
that he chose?
Craftiness.
They're not here.
Can't go.
There they are.
Adora Bill can't go at the moment.
There she is.
Alright, you want a closing word, part 1, Glenn?
Fuck you, Tim.